Thanks very much, Lisa, and thank you, delegates. Brexit is undoubtedly one of the most significant events in the history of the European project, and whilst it's shaken Europe to its core, it will not lead to its unravelling. Ireland joined the European Union in 1973, and unlike others, such as Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil had a vision of a better future for Ireland and its people. We recognised that in order for Ireland to progress, we needed to place ourselves at the centre of Europe rather than at the periphery of it. We recognised the benefits of being part of a large economic and political entity, and we recognised what those benefits would bring, and that joining the European Union would be in our national interest. The beliefs that we held then remain largely true to this day, and whilst the EU is not perfect and is in need of reform, Fianna Fáil recognises that the Union has and continues to be a force for good. It has brought peace, stability and cooperation to a region that was decimated by 2 world wars. It is a driver of progressive social, cultural and economic change, and has, through its policies, improved working conditions and living standards for millions of its citizens. Its achievements in many respects are profound. Sinn Féin, on the other hand, has been consistently anti-EU. They opposed EU membership as well as every EU treaty since then. And whilst they half-heartedly campaigned for a Remain vote in the referendum on Britain's membership of the European Union, the reality is that they have done very little else to protect or promote the interests of the north of Ireland and its people, despite the grave economic, social and political threats that Brexit poses to the region. Sinn Féin collapsed the executive in the north, leaving it rudderless and without any political leadership at this critical time. And furthermore, they refused to take their seats in Westminster, and as a consequence of this self-serving policy of absenteeism, there is no nationalist voice in the British Parliament, leaving 55% of Northern Irish voters who rejected Brexit without a voice when it is most needed. Delegates, Sinn Féin criticise everything, but they offer no solutions. They are the ultimate hurlers on the ditch. Fianna Fáil, on the other hand, won't be found wanting when it comes to standing up for the people of the north. As one of the key architects of the Good Friday Agreement, we will never shirk our responsibilities and sit on the sidelines whilst others do the work. That's not our style, and it never has been, and it never will be. Fianna Fáil will continue to play our part, to speak up and to speak out where and when we see necessary, to challenge this government when it is found wanting, particularly when it overpromises and underdelivers, to offer realistic solutions and pathways forward, to advocate on behalf of the farmer, the worker and the business owner, to use our influence at a European level with our ALDE colleagues in the European Parliament, and to fight for the best outcome for the island of Ireland and its people. Delegates, the threat of Brexit looms large, and we as a nation stand to be disproportionately affected by the UK's exit from the EU, more so than any other EU state. They are, after all, our nearest neighbour and our largest trading partner. We therefore very much welcome and appreciate the solidarity shown to us thus far by all other EU member states and the prioritisation of Ireland in the negotiations. However, it is imperative that the EU ensures that we do not suffer as a consequence of something that was not of our making and which we did not wish to see come to pass. The commitments given by both sides to uphold the Good Friday Agreement, including the entitlement of 1.8 million people in the north of Ireland to EU citizenship, to preserve the common travel area and to avoid a hard border, must be recognised in the full and final agreement. And whilst the likes of Sinn Féin and the hard left continue to criticise, we will continue to be constructive. Fianna Fáil won't stand by whilst others determine our country's future. We will be part of shaping that future for everyone on the island of Ireland. We will play our part in forging a new Ireland at the centre of Europe, an Ireland for all. Dara O'Brien.